top Big 12 rosters. We rank the good rosters, 4 and 5 stars. We got 22 4 and 5 stars on our roster. TCU has 25. We rank second in the Big 12, which is a blessing. But we only play transfers. We signed 17 high school players last year, 13 played. We played a total of 20 freshmen last season, including 7 walk-ons, which is phenomenal. Run tell that. We academics, spring 2024, second highest GPA for football ever. Spring 2023, highest GPA for football ever. Football cumulative GPA is 3.025, highest ever, and first time over 3.0. Charlie and Travis earned 4.0s. Okay. 16 coaches on the staff with NFL experience, impact. I could go on and on. School applications, exposure, roster movement. I don't need to bore you with that stuff. You know that. See what else I got of note. A couple rosters. All right, let's do what you came to do. Let's go. First question.
Hey, Coach. Jake Schwannis, DMVR.
My man.
How you doing, Coach?
Excellent.
This time last year, you were recovering from some surgeries.
Surgeries.
So I was just wondering, personally for you, how much better do you feel right now health-wise, and then how much better do you feel about the team this time
First
this
and
year?
foremost, let me take care of the team. I feel so much better about the team, not only because of the young men that we've accumulated inside this locker room, but also the staff and how they're working together. The coordinators are phenomenal. The support staff is second to none, I feel. I think we all really have a cohesive bond that's truly admirable. As far as I'm feeling really good, much better. I think I got a total of probably 40 stitches in my groins last year at this time, one on the left, one on the right, to get the blood clots out. But we're feeling really good. I'm walking or running, lifting every day. I'm going to have my sexy on by the time the first game is hell. So all my shots, when I'm pointing this way or pointing that way, it's going to hit right. So I'm really working on myself as well. Thank you for asking about my body as well.
Hey, Coach. I'm Brian Howell from the Boulder Daily Camera. Good. How are you?
Good.
I want to ask you about, they were talking about the GPA. Mm-hmm. What's the correlation between that and how can that translate to the field?
It's discipline. It's a tremendously disciplined, tremendously something that we don't play about, because forget the field. These guys got to be professionals. It's not all about football sometimes. With me, and we got to win, we know that. But my dream and I hope, they brought me a cake at the conclusion of the practice today, and usually people close their eyes and make a wish. I made a wish openly, and I told them that I would want all these young men to be professionals in some capacity, not only on the field but off the field. Great fathers, great young men to their siblings, to their mothers, the community, and everything. I just want them to add to anything that they touch. That's my dream and my prayer for these young men. So having a GPA, that's the main thing. This thing is only for a moment. Nobody could ever take that GPA and your education that you receive from this wonderful university. So that's tremendous. I think it's a tremendous feat. It's to be applauded.
Hi, Coach. Adam Tiger, 24/7 Sports.
247.
I don't think we've had a chance to talk to you about Damian Lewis yet, and being your new defensive line coach.
Right.
Did you have a connection there? What does he bring to the staff?
Everything. Experience, first rounder, been there, done that. It's hard to direct a person and teach them where to go, and you hadn't been there yourself. It's kind of hard to give me direction to somewhere you hadn't been. You tell me about the restaurants you like because you've been there and you like the food because you tasted it. It's hard to tell these kids what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, what not to do, and all that, and you have not done anything. So that's the new kid that's coming up in America these days. They from the show me state. They from the show me state. They want to see film and what you've accomplished in your life that gives you the propensity to give them direction. He is an unbelievable coach. I have a mechanism that I can sit in my office and watch all the meetings that goes on as well as going to them periodically. And he's a heck of a teacher. Then you throw in Coach Sapp in there. It's phenomenal, that room. Coach Dancy, he's the head coach at Mississippi Valley State. I mean, he is a coordinator type of guy that we're blessed to have as outside linebackers coach, and that whole staff is phenomenal, man. It all starts with Rob, though. Rob is doing a great job communicating and getting these guys on the same page and having input from everyone. Great question.
Hi, Coach. Nikki Edwards, CU Sports Report. I remember last year I asked about the cornerback competition. I want to ask about it again. You have Travis, and you have two capable cornerbacks with DJ McKinney and Preston Hodge.
Yeah.
What are you seeing within that room right now?
I'm seeing pretty much 4 to 5 guys that can bump and run and cover all day. That you don't have to blitz. You don't have to have exotic things on defense because these guys can get it done. But not only that, that front cooperates with the back end. That front is unbelievable. The pass rushers that we have is, Mr. Hayes and Okunlola. Did I say that right? Yeah. Scared me. I can't believe it. But first of all, I want to digress a bit and thank the head coach from Pittsburgh for really preparing those young men for us. He did a great job. I love those 2 young men. They're really great players, and they're going to be pros. And I heard that someone took a shot at one of them verbally. So Mr. Hayes just wanted me to make sure I add that in for him. But thank you, Pittsburgh. I appreciate everything. God bless you.
Hey, Coach, RK from DNVR. Just curious, you know, we know about Travis and Shador, and those guys are balling, but any players that maybe don't have as much fanfare around them that have really stood out to you this camp?
The defense is coming, man. These young men is probably 6 pass rushers there that's going to get home to the quarterback. I'm talking about from the outside, but from the inside, these guys are handling their jobs. I mean, I have to name all of them because these guys are really taking care of their business. And Big Quan, he's just coming back. Barnes, he's just coming back from an injury. He's trying to get back together. But Bentley has stepped it up tremendously. Trevor is 224 pounds right now. These guys are really performing well. I love what I'm seeing on the defensive side of the ball. I love the coordination of everything from Coach Livingston. I wish we could push fast forward because I'm ready to get going. I'm ready to play.
Hey, Coach. Arnie Stapleton from Associated Press. You've bolstered your offensive line here in this second season.
What does bolstered mean?
You beefed it up?
Because I don't know all that bolstered stuff. I never used that in a sentence in my life.
All right, you beefed up your offensive line in this offseason.
Beefed up.
How do you sort of microwave
Improved?
that chemistry?
Improved. How about improved? Let's say that. We've improved our offensive line.
Okay, how do you get that? Everybody talks about that, so, you know, the 5 have to work in unison, and the chemistry is such an important thing.
What is chemistry? You guys use it all the time. What is it? Yeah, you guys work together. You don't like each other, most of you. You love each other. No, you don't. You definitely don't love the guy back there. Y'all can't stand him. But you still work together. You get the job done. We generally have a love and a admiration for one another. We really do. Whether you throw the word chemistry out or not, everybody keep throwing that word out. Some of you don't even have chemistry at home, but you go there every day. That's the end of that question, I guess. Next guy.
Eric Christensen with CBS Sports Colorado.
CBS,
Tyler,
I'm not doing nothing with CBS. Next question.
Joe Rigo, Mile High
Ain't got nothing
Sports
to do with
Radio.
you. It's above that. Ain't got nothing to do with you. I got love for you. I appreciate you, respect you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. They know what they did.
I'm here in Denver, not national.
You are who you are. CBS is CBS.
All right.
Joe
Ain't got
Rigo, Mile
nothing
High
to do with
Sports.
you. I respect you. That's why I told you that. I'm looking you in the eye as a man. I respect you. I got love for you. But what they did was foul.
Coach, Joe Rigo, Mile High Sports Radio, the final word. I'm talking about the trenches. You know, the trenches are where it starts for me in football.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of great skill position players out there last
Well,
year.
that was the easiest thing to acquire.
Right, but
And hold on,
we
that
know
was
that
the
they work
easy-
together,
That
right?
was the easiest thing to attract in your first year because that's
Yep.
my position. So when big fellas see a lack thereof, or they see a quarterback that can really spin it, now they're prompt to come. Now they see a difference in the linebackers in the secondary. Now they're saying, okay, well, shoot, we got the line now. We're going to score some points. So we got to go there to be relentless on the defensive line side of that. That's why we got all the pass rushers, because when you sit and interview them and talk to them, you say, well, you're going to be up by 14 in the fourth quarter. It's going to be a wonderful thing. And you may have some pass rushers coming from a school that was down 14 in the fourth quarter. And why would they want to stay there? Because now they don't get to utilize their gifts. So you got to understand the logic of everything. Everything is right on schedule as we plan.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you, sir.
And I do believe this year, I'm on record with 8 wins.
Amen.
Yep.
Only 8? Good.
Hey, Coach. Matt Smith, 104.3 The Fan.
How you doing?
Good, good. Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
When it comes to the new uniforms, we haven't heard much about those, and
That's
I know there
good.
have been, rumored leaks, but
Yeah.
I was wondering what went into the development process of changing that look, and then for you, should we expect to see them?
Well, uniforms don't win or lose games. They just enhance the look. They just sells more, help provoke sales more, selling more merchandise. Everywhere we've gone, we've always enhanced the look. From high schools to several different high schools to college at Jackson, now here. So not only the uniforms, the cleats that match the uniforms, those are going to be suitable as well. So these kids, these young men are going to have a wonderful look. The motto, you look good, you feel good. And then consequently, they play good, and that's what we're aiming for.
How much of a hand did you have played in designing those, and when
Heavy.
should we expect to see those?
A heavy hand. You're going to see them real soon. Thank you, sir.
Hey, Coach, Brian Howell again. Two questions for you about Travis, and I'll ask one at a time. But first off, is it fun for you to coach somebody that can match and be skillful like you are?
Well, Travis is better.
Is that fun for you?
At the age and stage, he's better.
But is that fun for you to coach somebody that can do some of the things you did?
Yeah. Not only that, he's a good human being. He's not smoking, not drinking, not outside whoring, not doing crazy things. He's at one of the highest GPAs on the team. Like, he's a great human being, and he can play. Character is second to none. That's why I don't mind fishing with him, and he coming to Texas. And we're not talking about fishing on the boat, although we talk junk to each other all the time, but we're talking about life. We're talking about next moves. We're talking about land acquisition. We're talking about so many different things of life, fathering, loving, how the family plays a role in all of this. So it's just a delight to have caught him coming straight out of high school, and he stayed and endured the test of time.
And then the second question is, you've talked about how you learn things from Shador when you talk to him about offense. Do you learn things from Travis when you talk to him about football?
What did I learn from Shador on offense? I'm sorry.
Well, you've talked about how,
I don't remember that.
when you've talked to him, you'll get on
the things that he's seen.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just
the
curious
things
if
that
you
he's
learned
seen.
the same type of stuff from Travis when he talks to you about
Yeah, you could always learn from your players. You want to know where they are, what they thought, what they were thinking on that particular play, because we're always barking out ideas and understandings, but sometimes you got to listen to them and see what they saw. That's the first thing I say to Shador. What did you see? Travis is different, man. He saw it. Shoot, he saw it. He's a phenomenal athlete, man. He saw it. Proud of the kid. On and off the field tremendously.
Hey, Coach, Kyle Newman from the Denver Post. What is Jimmy Horn Jr. capable of this year, and can we see a big leap from him?
Yeah, I think he played phenomenal last year. He had a couple down moments, but Jimmy is a phenomenal athlete. Now that you got LaJonte, you got so many of these young men that can flat out do it. See, when I start doing this, I start mentioning somebody and they get sensitive. Mr. Timmons, Draylon, you got Marion, Cam. It's so many of these guys that can have impact on this offense that's unbelievable. And our backfield, our running backs, I think we got 4 to 5 of them that can flat out go. You could use them any way you decide to, because all of them are pretty good out of the backfield catching the ball. They definitely could run between tackles, outside of the tackles, but also they could pick up the blocks. And they're smart young men. Tremendous GPAs, most of them.
Coach Prime, Alex Ramirez, Mile High Sports Radio. This is a non-football related question. I recently had a medical condition, about two months ago, and thank God I had Aflac. all right? And, no, I'm serious.
That's a good one.
You're an ambassador for him, a spokesman
Thank you.
for him. How important is it for everyone to have Aflac as part of their life?
Well, it
Because
sounds like
it's amazing, right?
It may sound like I'm doing a commercial where, it covers
You believe in
the
it.
gaps, that we can't cover. I mean, Aflac is phenomenal, but not only are they phenomenal to, people like you and I, and thank God when I was going through my trials and tribulations, I didn't have those medical expenses that I couldn't afford, but there's a multitude of people that does. And thank God that they stand in the gap and provide for people like yourself. And I'm thankful to be partnered with them for a multitude of years, and I can't wait till you see the new commercial with me and the best coach that ever coached college football, and Coach Saban.
Coach Sean Keeler, the Denver Post. Happy summer, my man.
You don't like us, man. Why do you do this to yourself?
Come on.
You
No,
don't
it's
like
good.
us.
Mark
You know
likes
you
me,
don't-
by the way.
Huh?
Yeah. Mark said he likes me.
No,
So
but
that's
you
one.
don't. Why do you
That's
do
one.
this, though?
No, sorry. Two-parter if I could.
No, I'm serious.
Football
Why do
question.
you do this? Like, you don't. Like, why do you do this?
No, it's not about that. Football question.
No,
Football question.
why do you do this? Like, it would be hard for me to really engage in someone I don't like or something I don't like. I'm just asking why. Like, why?
Gotta pay
What
the
did
bills,
I
Coach.
do?
You didn't do anything. It's not about that. But this is
But
a football
why?
question.
I'm asking you why.
Yeah, you can answer, but that's
Okay,
not
answer
germane to
me.
this.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you want me to answer you. So
Yeah,
can
okay,
you-
that's fine. That's fair. Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because I have
Give me
questions.
your why.
What's your why? What do you want to know?
Why do you always on attack? Like, what did we do?
Where am I on attack today? Where am I on attack?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you opportunities to be on attack. But I'm asking you why. Like, what does it do for you? Like, what happened?
It's not about me.
But what happened to get you like this?
It's a good question.
No, I'm serious. Because I want to help. No, I'm serious. I want to help. Because it's not normal.
We can talk about that.
Okay.
Can I ask you a football question?
No,
Seriously.
no, we'll talk about that. When we talk about that, I'll talk about that with you.
Can we ask you a football question, please?
When I talk about that, we talk about that. We can talk about that. I have a question over here. Let's go.
Right.
Since it's your birthday, do you have any birthday plans for the birthday?
Well, I have 3 kids on campus that probably didn't get me anything. One is here now. Whatever plans that they desire for their good old dad, I'm willing to encounter. I'm willing to be there with them because I love them that much. Thank you for your consistency over the years, son. I really appreciate what you do on every birthday. Nothing. What happened today? Well, you got a cake. They brought a cake out. What happened, son? I forget. I'm old, man. Oh, I forgot. You forgot to give me that? Yeah, thank God. And that's how good God is. That's why I ain't got time for the foolishness. That's how good God is. Like, God would choose me on my birthday for my daughter or my kids to have their first child. The first time I'm a grandfather on my birthday. Do you understand how beautiful that is? How much of a blessing that is? You think I'm here to put up with some bullshit? No, I'm here to make light of the blessings and the wonderful things of life that God has afforded us. That's what I'm about, man. I'm about helping, inspiring, encouraging, motivating, and just being a catalyst to the next person. And that's why I love probably 85% of you all in here. I truly do. But thank you, son, for a reminder. God bless you, DeAndre. I love you, baby girl. I know she probably still out right now, or she probably posting Instagram pictures knowing my daughter. Have you seen the baby yet?
I seen him on FaceTime. I called y'all quick to each other.
Was he sizable? He's a little baby. Yeah, he's still gonna be a soccer player. He's not gonna be a football player. Might be. Thank you, son, for that. I'm happy. Oh, well, the way I'm looking, I'm not feeling how I'm looking. No, I'm good. I'm feeling good, Cello. I really am, because I have you here. You keep me going, son.
Hey, Coach. Jack Harlow with Buffalo's Wire.
Jack, how you doing? How was your summer?
It's been great.
There you go.
Great so far. Glad to get back into football, though.
Awesome.
But just wanted to ask about the open scrimmage or open practice next Friday. Just curious what your thought process was behind that, and just what makes that important.
You hit monotony, and you get into a schedule or routine, and I don't want to get routine. And one thing about it, when you hit a little low, I don't want to hit the low. We hadn't hit that. These guys are flying around, and I'm trying to prevent that. So the thing about when you practice in front of company, no one's going to embarrass themselves, right? When you guys are out there, everybody's going to go hard. The camera's going to be on. You know, we're going to protect everything. We're not going to show what we're going to run first game, most likely. But we just want to change it up. And also we want to give the wonderful fan base opportunities to touch the young man in this program and see him on the first hand. We're probably going to take pictures, maybe sign a few autographs with the fan base. I'm pretty sure we're going to sell it out and pack it out because that's what we do, because you're going to do your part in putting it out there, making sure it's a sold-out event, a venue. I don't know how many it holds. How many do it hold? 5,000. So we expecting 10. We want 10,000. Holding 5,000, we want 7,000. We'll be kind to the city. But we want it to be sold out next Friday, right? Next Friday. It's going to be a wonderful event. It really is. And I want that for our young men. I really do. And I want that for you all as well. You all, the majority of you all, have done a wonderful job. And I thank you for your support, for your love, for your impact, for fighting against the nonsenses of life that we sometimes have to cope with. And we all know why we have to cope with that. Too much is given, much is required. And I'm thankful for all that is given, but I understand the requirements. So I appreciate that. It comes along with it. So you can't want God to bless you and the enemy not to stress you. It's going to be part of it. We good with that? So you guys remember that when you journeying through life. If you want to be blessed, somebody's going to try to stress you. We good? God bless you. I love you. I appreciate you. It's going to be a phenomenal year. I'm telling you what I know, not what I heard. God bless you. Shiloh, you got anything, Shiloh? That's all. I think I'm up next, though. Oh, you are? I'm going to stay here for that. Thank you. Shiloh, you can have one of these 15 honey buns.
How's everybody doing today? What's going on?
That's Shiloh Sanders, Shadur Sanders. You guys have anything to say? You just want to open to questions?
We're excited for this season. We put in the work this whole off season. We got better, way better, I'll say, defensive linemen, DBs, and practice is way more competitive than it was last year. And I'm just excited to go out there because I feel like the game will be easier than it is in practice. Yeah, the closer the season comes, I'm not really feeling like talking too much no more. I didn't even want to do this today. We played about 2 weeks, and I'm ready to just go out there and show everybody what's up.
Brian Howell from Boulder Daily Camera. I'm going to ask you guys an easy one. You guys became uncles today. Are you excited about that?
I didn't even think of it like that today. Yeah, we are uncles, yeah. No, I was real excited. My sister, I just got the text that she had. Child. Oh, there goes second. Oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about. But nah, yeah. I don't know. Next question. He's nice. He's healthy. I seen him on FaceTime, so I'm proud of her. He just said don't say nothing about that. Nice. We got some media control over here, older brother.
Hey, y'all. Jimmy Steerfoss, 24/7 Sports. Y'all have been in the media for a long time. Y'all know how to navigate all this. But with all the people talking about Colorado, how do y'all interact with some of the guys on the team that maybe are kind of new to the media landscape? How do you coach them almost through going through some criticism online?
Going through criticism, that's going to happen at the more you level up. So getting used to it now is not bad. Get used to not caring about what people say and just doing what you got to do every day. It's not bad to work on now in college. Before you get to the next level, a lot of people don't know how to deal with it. So, we know how to deal with it. We can give people advice on bro, don't care about that stuff. Just keep working. Show what you can do on the field. That's what really matters. So it's cool being in this environment where there's a lot of media, but media is just they're filming us and we're doing what we're doing. So you just got to keep that the main thing. It's a lot of people that came to this program. They seen the exposure and they seen everything coming to this program. Then when they're here, now they're like, oh wow, this is real. Any regular stuff that we go and just in practice or do anything, it's viral or it's something that we don't really think too much of. So they understand, they've seen it from a distance, but it's different when you're in the program and now you actually see it and now you see how everybody is kind of targeting you in a way, how everybody wants to watch everything. So much. Yeah, just care so much about what y'all do. So that they're able to see that live in person and now they actually understand why kind of things how they are.
Is it difficult for some players?
Nah. It's not too much of a thought because they kind of had an idea of what it was going to be, but now they understand it's real, so they just don't really care. You just got to move different because if everybody cares so much about, if I care so much about what you're doing, you don't want to do certain things, so just the new guys just keeping that in mind, that people care more about what you do here than any other place, You're under a microscope here, so it's good, it could be bad.
Joe Rico, My Life Sports Radio is the final word. Shador, last year, I think there was protection issues, it would be safe to say, and I think the offensive line is going to be key to the success of your team this year. Can you talk about some of the guys that have come in here and the new look of the offensive line? Because I've heard some very good things about some of the guys who are going to come in here and play.
Well, it's a collective. It's all those guys. I can't single one or two out because you're going to eventually need every guy in there, even whether it's scout team or whether it's first team, second team, or you got to plug and play guys. So each of those guys, they all bring different things to the table, and I feel like now we got everything sorted out to where who's going to play where, and then we all feel confident about it. So we're excited for it. I'm also going to help them out a little more, and Coach Pat is going to help everything out, so we'll be able to really have stability back there. Yeah, they got a good run game over there, too, so.
Leo Rivera with Scobuff Sports. Shiloh, what can you say about this secondary unit and the expectation coming into this year? Coach Sanders just spoke on saying that you guys are coming this year. What is it like at practice, and what is the expectation coming to the season?
Man, just all the new addition guys that we got back there in the secondary, it's just going to be the no-fly zone, I heard they was talking crazy about some of the guys saying we the best secondary in the nation. That's why y'all just going to have to see. But that's how we feel. Yeah, the coverage been way, way, way tighter than it was last year, way tighter. It's no weak spots. And that's what the off season's all about. Just getting better myself, and the coaches is making the whole defense better also. So that's what they're here to do, is make the whole team better and make sure there's no weaknesses in defense. So that's how we feel like we is right now.
Rylan Scholes from Ralphie Report. With the additions of guys like LaJonte and Will Shepherd to the wide receiver room, and your guys' wide receiver room is widely considered to be one of the best in the country.
Yeah.
Shador, what is it like working with those guys? And Shiloh, what is it like going up against those guys in practice?
Well, I'm thankful to have them, of course. I'm thankful because they all bring different things to the table. They both were like 1,000-yard receivers. They both were the top guys at their school and top guys in the conference, that they was in. So I'm excited that they're able to bring their knowledge into it also, so we're able to converse and see things different ways. So I'm really excited to have them. They all are very special. They bring different things to the table. And even the guys from last year, they even improved like times 10. So I'm ready to get out there. Yeah, going against them, you don't want to. We don't do ones versus ones for a certain reason, So we want to keep everybody safe on that side. So, but I see what they do. They're real explosive. They add a lot of weaponry to the offense. So you got a lot of tools to choose from.
Troy Rink from the Denver Post. The rival of Coach Prime, you both, Travis, you helped put CU football back on the map in the national conversation. How motivated are you now to get over the hump to the winning part? Because every team you guys and your dad have been involved with is associated with winning. How much are you driven this year in year 2 to winning being the part of the conversation?
We do that one game by one game, so we just focus on this game coming up, and we just going to keep repeating that every week. We're not really too concerned about what happened last year because like that, it is what it is. At that point, you can't change the past. So our mindset, that doesn't give us extra motivation or anything. Our mindset's the same of go out there and just be the best you could be. And collectively, if all 11 players on each side of the ball do that, then it'll result in a win. So it's not really anything different that we would say that you use as motivation or do it anything different in the off season. You going through your normal routine and going through what you usually do. And the result will be better because you're better version of yourself.
Alex Ramirez, Mile High Sports Radio. This is a two-part question for Shador and Shiloh. Shador, now that Coach Shermer is a full-time offensive coordinator, how has that transition made it smoother for you? And Shiloh, the addition of Warren Sapp on the defense, how's that worked for you? Go ahead, Shador.
Offensively, I feel like we understand, and he understands my playing style a little more, and he is able to hear me. It's every quarterback sees the game different. Every quarterback brings something different, special to the table. So you just got to make sure everybody aligned in the same lens, and we're all looking through the same lens, which is the receivers, the O-linemen, the offensive coordinator, receivers coach. Like everybody has to be on the same page, and I feel like we have a stable ground to stand on right now, a stable foundation to where now we're able to build and build and build on top of that. So you mentioned Coach Sapp. He's getting them D-linemen right for sure, but we got Coach Livingston also is the new coordinator, and he's also the safeties coach. So just learning stuff from him every day. He came from the Bengals, and he's a pro guy, so that's my goal. That's most of the guys on the team goal. We want to be pro. So the best type of coaching, it's pro coaching. He just came from there. So we just having him around, learning the stuff that he teaches. Like last year, he was watching guys like guy from Alabama. I don't know. It's like dudes that's living my dream. He was just coaching, So you can only be grateful for that. Yeah.
Shador, Kyle Newman from the Denver Post. Jimmy Horn Jr. showed some flash last year. What is it going to take for him to kind of elevate his game this year? What are you expecting out of him?
It's really just put him in the right positions. You got to understand his skill set, and you got to use him to the best ability. And I feel like that's what Coach Sherman, that's what Coach Phillips, we understand that, and we're going to use him that way.
Nikki Edwards, CU Sports Report, kind of for both of you. Offensively, how far along do you feel like Shermer's defense has been installed? And Robert Livingston, do you feel like the defense has been mostly installed? And are you starting to scout North Dakota State quite yet?
Well, of course, we watched North Dakota State. I feel like I skimmed through at least all the teams and watching a couple pro games also, just to be a student of the game, just to watch and understand what people do differently. But most of the offense is installed, but, you know, offenses changes week by week, you know, so the foundation is there, and now all it is just the wrinkles that we're going to put in and what we know is going to be guarantees and those type of things when you get to game plan. So we're not really in the game plan phase right now, but we're knowledgeable and we understand, you know, what this team is and what defensive coordinators we're going against, and even looking through old notebooks of what we jotted down notes from last year to different teams. So we're just excited to get out there and excited to just start game one.
Yeah, so for the defense, we basically just focused on being great at what we're great at, you know, and Coach Livingston came and he analyzed the defense at first, who we got, what we're great at, what we're good at. You know, we're just going to utilize that stuff and stay to that stuff. Scheme-wise, I don't want to say too much, but we're not going to be doing no crazy stuff just like that's not what we're good at. You know, we got a lot of athletes. We're going to use our athleticism, you know, make plays. We're not going to make it too complicated.
Last one, Brian.
Sure, just real quick, the tight ends. I was curious about Sam Hart and what you're seeing out of him and just that group in general. How important is it going to be for that group to step up this year?
The group came a long way. At the beginning, it was a little rocky in general because, you know, when you're going against a powerful defense like that, it gets a little rough. So we all had to take a step back and reevaluate some things. And Sam Hart, he took tremendous strides from this offseason to now. And the whole tight end group and everything, they understand they don't really bust plays too much. They line up fast and do their job. That's all you could ask for out of, like, players on offense. Just do your job and let everybody just play together and be one unit. So the tight ends, I'm really excited to have them there. We'll be able to run the ball a little more, you know, but we still got to put it in the air also.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Players already in the room, so we'll ask them to spread out a little bit, guys. You guys can spread out, and then feel free to start chatting it up. Appreciate you guys.